It doesn't help that she keeps noticing the stray lock of hair that keeps falling in Ryujin's eyes, her slender fingers idly playing with her pen, the way her eyes light up a little whenever she recognizes a song off Yeji's playlist. They're sitting close enough for her to catch occasional whiffs of Ryujin's shampoo, especially when she runs a hand through her hair. Yeji smells lavender with just a hint of lemon, and it bothers her how much she likes it. The dial tone rings shrilly in the space between them, indicating an incoming call. Yeji accepts it with no small amount of relief, grateful for a distraction. "You're speaking to Yeji and Ryujin. Tell us what's on your mind," she says cheerfully into her mic. "Hi, my name's Cheryon. I'm a freshman. Can I request a song?" The caller's voice is soft, pleasant. "Of course," Yeji says, adding it to the queue with a quick swipe. "And I'm calling today because I always hear you give good advice to listeners, Yeji," the caller says, and hurries to add, "Ryujin's good too, but I'm friends with her, and I've probably talked too much about this already." "Go on, we're listening," Yeji prompts. At least, she hopes Ryujin's listening. "I haven't found my soulmate," the caller says, "and I'm not sure if I'm ever going to." Yeji's smile suddenly seems too wide. Her pen stills between her fingers. "The problem is that my tattoo is so generic," the caller continues. "It just says, 'Oh, wow, hi.' I don't even know where to look. And I know that some people go their whole lives without ever meeting their soulmate." Beside her, Ryujin shifts in her seat, a little restlessly. Yeji wants to bury her face in her hands. But she has a job to do, and she can be professional. "Well," she says as brightly as she can, "first of all, you have an adorable tattoo. Your soulmate's going to be blown away when they see you." "Thanks," the caller sounds shy. "If you don't know where to find your soulmate, you could always start by trying to meet new people," Yeji suggests. "Go to parties, join campus orgs, talk to people in your classes, that sort of thing." She can see a myriad of supportive messages starting to pop up on their forum, telling the caller not to give up and suggesting places to meet new people. The community she's managed to build is one of her favorite parts of campus radio. She smiles to herself, almost forgetting that she's not alone in the booth. Then Ryujin shifts again in her seat beside her, chin in the palm of her hand. Yeji tilts her head towards the mic in a silent question. Ryujin shakes her head. Yeji suppresses a sigh and continues talking. "It's good to remember that we're still young," she finishes. "You still have plenty of time to meet your soulmate." She can't help the little bubble of envy in her gut. At least the caller has a soulmate who wants her, if her tattoo is anything to go by. "Thanks, Yeji," the caller chirps. "I think I needed to hear that." "No problem." Yeji tries to smile. "Bye." The caller hangs up, and Yeji leans back in her seat. She spends the rest of the hour suffering through her playlist of infuriatingly soft love songs. "So, see you next Tuesday. Was everything okay today? Anything you're confused about?" "Nah, see you," is the mumbled answer. Ryujin's hand is already on the doorknob. Yeji squeezes her pen in between her fingers. "You know, we'll be paired up for a year at least. We should start working together," she says lightly. Ryujin's hand pauses on the doorknob. "We are working together," she says after a brief pause. "You know what I mean." Yeji eyes her, but Ryujin doesn't say anything in response. She sighs, drained from the tiresome hours spent being wary of Ryujin's every move. This isn't what co-hosting is supposed to be. We should interact with each other during shows, especially when we're talking to callers. "Why can't you just do your own thing on Thursdays and I'll do mine on Tuesdays?" "We can," Yeji shrugs. Her annoyance level ticks up a notch. "If you want Sunwin to decide we don't work well together, and probably split us." Ryujin meets her eyes, and Yeji realizes belatedly that it's probably exactly what she wants. She lets out a half-incredulous scoff, irritated at Ryujin's general unresponsiveness, irritated that she'd risk the campus radio for personal issues, but most of all irritated at how despite everything Yeji still finds herself inexplicably drawn to her. "You said it yourself, we probably aren't even soulmates, right? So what's your problem?" Ryujin looks away. Yeji pushes past her and leaves the booth before she can say something else she'll regret.